Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Heckna, a Carnival 5e campaign setting by Hit Point Press. Last we left our party, they went to the Lost and Found after a lovely little level up. Found the proprietor, the owner, a Kenku by the name of Locke, who sells lost and found items. You lose it, you can find it there, and if you want it, you gotta pay red tickets. After buying some of his information and some of his wares, Locke asked the party if they could do a little job for him. That job involved taking a package and bringing it to Conrad over at the petting zoo. The party was successfully able to deliver the package, where Conrad in turn said, "Hey, bring this back to Locke, he'll know you succeeded, and you'll get paid," as well as directing you towards a specific figurehead of the Revelia. A security guard, question mark, or bruiser, bouncer, whatever you will, whatever you want to call someone who's rough and tumble and keeps everyone else in check, figure by the name of Sean Smith, who is the leader of one of the four groups, one of the four cliques here in the Revelia. And Conrad said, if you want to figure out how to understand the wacky language you're hearing, that Sean is the person to go to, but that he might ask you of a favor first. Which is where we left off in the Revelia. You all just got done having this conversation with Conrad. I believe you also got done petting all the pets that you wanted to pet, leaving you with two goals, should you choose to do either of them. The first being go back to the Lost and Found and Locke to get your payment for this job well done, and to find Sean Smith. Take it away.
Well, I say maybe we go to Locke first, and then we try looking for the other guy.
We can always ask the map to Mathew if he knows where we can find him.
Good old Mathew. So what are you doing?
It's like what a Harry Potter howler wishes it could be.
Yes.
I'm fine with going to Locke first.
Did we say we don't know where he is? Or do we know where Locke is?
Locke is the owner of the Lost and Found. The Kenku, who you accepted this.
Oh, that Kenku. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just go back then.
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys leave the big tent of the petting zoo, you head back out. of like this area. And what I didn't describe before in this kind of large area is the petting zoo is just one section of this kind of like strip of fairground. As you're walking through, it does kind of like it's like a food court area, food court and then petting zoo. And as you're walking through the petting zoo or the food court area, there are plenty of new locations that you spy, mostly because the DM forgot to describe them last time. You see a butcher shop, a kind of a not a stall. It's definitely a shop, but it's kind of like an open shop in that there's no door and like the counter is like directly open, but it is clearly like a building that says Babs Meadery on it. You can see behind this open counter, cutting up some who knows what, is a basically take the big bad wolf wearing grandma's clothing, but make it a female wolf instead of a man. So there's a female gnoll behind the counter with a toothpick in her teeth and a cleaver in one hand, wearing an apron and like a poofy little like kind of grandma hat, cutting up meat behind the counter. Another building you see is a little stall. It's actually a stall. Over the banister reads Felix's Elixirs, and you can see that there's a halfling behind the counter with like these big goggles that make his eyes look real big. He seems to be in almost a half jester outfit, and he's standing on a stool behind the counter to get a better look at everyone. His shelves are stocked with a whole bunch of things, from elixirs to other random items. And then the other building you see is a candy cane colored building. Up front, there's a sign that reads Candy's Candy Emporium and More. And you can see a bunch of candy inside. Picture like the opening of Willy Wonka, where the kids rush in, and there's just a bunch of candy. That's this store. And the last building you see in this little section is what looks to be a dilapidated and dusty-looking arcade, which is very interesting for all the bright colors and everything, and kind of just slapped onto one of the stone walls of this arcade reads Security Building. Anything the group would like to do, or you're just going right to lock still?
I kind of want to go look at the candy.
Kreg definitely gets distracted by the arcade.
Vivien will probably also be eyeballing that candy shop, even though she couldn't taste anything.
That's just sad.
How about Callimar?
He would probably follow the others to the candy store.
Alright. So that's 3 for the candy store. Kreg, are you heading towards the security building, or you see the trio of the others begin walking or flying towards the candy?
Is it not an arcade, or does it just look like one?
It is an arcade. It's an old, dilapidated-looking, like, rundown arcade with the word security building slapped to the side of it.
Oh, but it's not like an actual arcade then.
It is not currently. It does not currently look active.
Yeah,
No.
If it's not an active arcade, then I'd be after candy.
Okay. As you guys step inside to the Emporium, as I said, it is a red and white striped building. As you walk up, there's a woman outside. Bright red curled hair, makeup all over her face, making her look almost like a jester. And this woman is holding a tray of just some what you can assume to be sample goods. And she holds them out as all of you approach, and says, "Won't you try this now, sugar? I promise you'll like it." And hands the tray towards whichever one of you is up first.
Fiammetta does not hesitate. Yeah, she grabs a piece.
Yeah, Kreg also adamantly grabs one.
Okay. It's not your normal candy. It's definitely a interesting taste. It is what you're all sampling. Whoever takes one, it tastes. I mean, it tastes good. It's not. Yeah, as I said, it's not a normal candy you might see in your regular lives. I don't think most of you have seen candy. I definitely don't think Kreg is seeing candy in his day-to-day life outside the Revelia. But it is some sort of deep-fried, sugar-covered pastry. And it is good. And the figure outside, seeing, whatever enjoyment you have, directs you inside the building proper. And holds the door open for you all.
If there's more of this stuff inside, I'm definitely going in here. And I run through the door.
Fiammetta goes inside without, no inhibition.
Yeah.
Candy, candy, candy.
Mm-hmm. Alright, everyone's going in for candy, candy, candy.
Another sad note, but anything that Vivien grabs and acts like she's gonna eat, she'll just stare at it for a long time because it looks pretty, and she'll hand it to Mathew and asks him what it tastes like.
He will, as you hand it to him and he eats it, he describes it in the most blandest way possible, as if you just handed this to someone without taste buds. He's describing it to you in like, yes, this is certainly a flavor, Vivien. Very just like monotone, like you can't taste it, and he's tasting nothing. So he's still doing his best to describe it in like he's doing his best to like make it sound interesting for you. But it's also very much like you hand him a piece of chocolate, he eats it, and he goes, yes, this is definitely a flavor. One of the big things that immediately gets all of your attention is in the center of the Emporium is a chocolate fountain with a tangled series of tubes that connect to the fountain, to a chocolate machine behind the counter. And you can see candy of all shapes and sizes. There's cotton candy. You see large pieces of funnel cake. There are candied apples. There's popcorn. There's that candy, the pastry you ate outside, which is in the shape of they're shaped in the shape of a ghostly figure of a woman. There are frosted cookies. and there are simply things that are labeled chocolate whoopsies, which are things covered in chocolate. You don't know what they are, but each of them are a random shape.
Okay, I really want to bite into a whoopsie. Do they have prices on them?
They do. Chocolate whoopsies are 5 red tickets each.
They're so expensive. Is there anything for a ticket?
Candied apple and cotton candy.
But the whoopsie's so interesting. Fiammetta stands staring at the whoopsie, so conflicted, looking at her tickets, looking at the whoopsie.
And they are all shapes and sizes.
And Kreg is doing the exact same thing. Just weighing his options here. If he really wants to spend the 5 tickets on this, it's like half his tickets.
Vivien was gonna say something. What was Vivien saying something?
No, I was just asking how many tickets they had.
Fiammetta is holding 10. Maybe we go halvesies on a whoopsie?
I would go halvesies on a whoopsie. On a whoopsie. Or threesies on it. It's cheaper that way. The kid can't eat it anyways. It's still only splitting it 2 ways.
Yeah, Vivien will just stare at it for a really long time and just give it to somebody.
I whisper that to Fiammetta though that the kid couldn't eat it anyways.
Well, yeah, let's each put in 2 then, and then she can only she'll put in 1 if she wants to. Try it?
Alright, so you're definitely buying a chocolate whoopsie. Anything else?
Just to get my ticket counted. Oh, well, no. Assessment 2, never mind. What are the prices of the other things? Sorry.
The cotton candy and candied apple are 1 ticket. The funnel cake, popcorn, and circus cookies are 3. The pastries you ate are 2, and the chocolate whoopsies are 5.
And I would also get a circus cookie.
Alright, you're getting a box of circus cookies. So
And those were 2.
The circus cookies are 3.
Okay, gotcha. That's fine. I have 6 tickets now.
Anything for Callimar?
I don't believe I have any tickets at this point in time.
Oh no, did you give your tickets to... I think you gave your tickets away, didn't you? To someone else to buy something,
I
right?
think we bought something, and then I think for Fiammetta to get the thing of endless water, I had a few
Right.
tickets.
Yes.
So
Okay.
Callimar just looks longingly at all the sweets.
Vivien will
Can I
offer
tell
you
which
some-
one Callimar's staring at?
Probably like cotton candy.
Knowing that she still has to pay back a decent amount of tickets, she'll see where she's staring and go grab a thing of cotton candy and bring it over to Callimar.
Thank
I
you.
still owe
Fred.
you some, but it's a start.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay. So that is 1 ticket for the cotton candy. It sounds like you were going threesies on the chocolate whoopsies, so 2 from Fiammetta, 2 from Kreg, and 1 from Vivien. And then 3 from Kreg for the circus cookies.
Also,
are
I
you-
forgot I've been lugging around the decanter of endless water.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that.
I want Vivien, Kreg, and are you guys eating? Let me ask you this: are you eating the chocolate whoopsie immediately? Once you buy it, which, fun fact, the same woman who offered you the samples outside is the person working the desk as well. They are the shop owner.
I mean, I'd want to eat the chocolate whoopsies right away.
Yeah.
Vivien
Alright.
wouldn't. Wants to stare at it for a while.
Okay, so then Kreg and Fiammetta, can both of you roll me a D100, please?
Yes.
As you split the chocolate whoopsie.
Kind of interesting. We both got doubles there.
Okay,
55 and 77.
which one of you would like to roll me a D4?
I'll do it. Chaos. Huge. Or bad.
Or bad. Either really big or really bad.
Let me see something.
I'm scared and I'm not even the one that had to roll.
There was a necklace of fireballs in the whoopsie. She just bites into it, and we have to start the campaign over.
Yep. So, as you eat the whoopsie, it's good. You know, it is milk chocolate, and as you eat it, as you get to the center of the whoopsie, this whoopsie is rather big, so you're able to, get a lot of chocolate out of it. As you get to the center of the whoopsie and crack it open, an item falls out of the chocolate at your feet, Fiammetta.
Huh. She's very startled. Gonna stare at it before she touches it.
It looks like a tiny little chocolate-covered booklet.
She'll pick it up and stare at it, and then start licking it off, trying to read it.
As you lick off the chocolate still stuck to the little booklet, to and for you, Kreg, you're eating the other half of the whoopsie. It's just chocolate. As you lick off the rest of the chocolate, you see written or stamped onto the front of the book are the words "ticket booklet."
Oh? She
open it?
starts looking faster. Yeah, she opens it.
As you open it and begin flipping through the various pages, inside the ticket booklet are 25 red tickets.
Oh! She'll tear off 3 of them and hand it to the other 2 who bought the candies, and then take off 2 for herself. Look what we found inside our whoopsie.
A book?
It's tickets.
Ticket book.
Yeah. And then just walk over and hand the rest of the book to Callimar, because she still owes him tickets.
So, what is
I
that?
don't think you
Right.
owed me this many, small friend.
I don't remember how many it was, but it was all that I had. So, right? It was 20, right? How many, or 10? How many was it?
I remember it cost you like however many you ended up having, and I think I gave you like all that I had, but I don't remember exactly what those numbers were. but I'm pretty sure it was less than 10.
No one takes out a loan without a little interest.
Yeah, the rest is a generosity tip.
Well, thank you.
A sound investment.
So,
That's why you always bet on your friends.
So you're giving 3. You gave 3 tickets to Kreg, 3 tickets to Vivien, kept 2 for yourself, and the 17 rest are going to Callimar. Is that correct?
I want to just be 1 for Vivien to like cover the cost of the ticket, because that's all it was. He was just like,
yeah, so covered the cost of the oopsie, which was 5, and then the other 20 back.
Yeah.
Okay. So 20 to Callimar.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, that was nice. Maybe Vivien immediately looks at the other whoopsies. What else did they coat? She goes and she buys another one full price.
Okay.
After seeing her get one, Kreg will also buy one for himself too.
So I am down to 4 tickets.
And I am down to 3.
Okay.
Take a look at this one too.
If you guys are eating them immediately, both of you roll me a D100.
With the Willy Wonka reference, like somebody getting a bar of chocolate, tearing open, hoping to find a golden ticket.
Got a 77 last time and a 7 this time. I see patterns.
Roll me another D100, the 2 of you.
Okay. Fiammetta is officially a gambling addict.
32 and 33? Wild rolling right there.
Let's see here. Just looking at something real quick. Uh, 33.
I'd bet my last 4 tickets that there's like, or my last 3 tickets that there's like man eating popcorn in mine or something.
As you are eating yours, Fiammetta, you get to the center, and the toy inside pops out. This time, you bite into something hard and are able to eat around it until you are left with a toy boat made out of a walnut shell, toothpick, and a piece of cloth that is still covered in some of the chocolate.
Aww! She just sits down and is closely inspecting it. She loves it.
And Kreg, as you bite into it, you hear your teeth kind of clink off of something, and as you eat around the toy inside, this one's very interesting. Because you take out a glass orb from your whoopsie, and inside this glass orb is water. And inside the water is a clownfish.
A clownfish. like Nemo?
Yep.
This one has a name, and it is Nemo.
It is Nemo. I love it. I will hand Nemo to Vivien, though, to play with.
Vivien will take the fish and be mesmerized.
I'm just picturing Vivien as the little girl from Nemo. The poking
Why are you sleeping?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Love pets.
As
This is like totally in encapsulated, right? Like it's magical. I don't have to feed her. No, it's kind of like a get it and forget it type of pet.
It does seem to be. The orb does not have an opening, it seems.
Perfect. The perfect pet.
As you guys are looking over the rest of the candy, the owner of the shop, who treated you outside and sold you the goods, appropriately named Candy. That's her name. He comes up to the group of you with a little baggie. The baggie has advertisements for her shop on it, and she approaches you guys as you're stuffing your face with chocolate or cotton candy, and asks or says, "Oh, hello there, dearies. I met you outside and gave you all that goodies. Would you mind doing dear Candy a little favor? You seem more capable than the usual customers around here."
Can I get another one of these thingies? And I'll point at like the chocolate mess that's on the floor in front of us.
Well, if you can do this little deed for me, I can give you one of them for free. That can be your reward.
I'll do it.
And
One each?
Yep. The payment will be. I'd be willing to give you all 10 tickets each, as well as a free item from my shop. So what do you say?
Best job I've ever had.
Let's do it.
Well, it looks like the two of them are in. How about you lot? And she looks towards Vivien and Callimar.
Sure, I'm in for more tickets.
Yeah.
Well, that's just wonderful to hear. Now, if you take this, and she hands whoever the baggie, probably Kreg, and says, if you don't mind delivering this to good old Gertrude, who you all remember to be the ghost, the old grandma ghost from the hostel, who is keeping Scooter accidentally hostage. If you can deliver these to her, she's been collecting ingredients. I've been collecting ingredients for her, and no, that's wrong. She's been collecting ingredients for me. I'm sorry, and I've been giving her these wonderments as payment. We've even named them after her. I'd go myself, but I'm worried that what the other proprietors around here would do if I left the Emporium unattended. If you can get to Gertrude's Grove, she's just outside the Revelia gates, not too far ways into the forest.
Kreg would hand the bag of candies right to Mathew, because Kreg would not have the self-control not to eat them on the way there.
Mathew will take it and put them in his pocket, his coat pocket.
Wait, she doesn't live in the Revelia?
Oh no, she has her own grove outside the gates.
I mean, it's still technically in the Revelia, because it's like under the dome, right?
Yes.
Oh. I thought she meant outside the barrier. I was so confused.
Yeah.
Inside the dome that is preventing you from all leaving, but outside the actual gates down here.
Got it. Okay.
And she does give you directions and says, if you happen to find yourself down there at any time, I'd greatly appreciate it. You don't have to rush on this, but she is waiting for her candies.
Okay.
Thank you.
Fiammetta's back to staring at her boat.
Thank you again. And as she walks back outside with, she gets a new tray of sample candies, and as she walks past, she pats Vivien on the head and then walks back outside.
will grab a sample off the tray as she walks by.
Of course.
Vivien will look a little confused at her and just go right back to the fish.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, fishy.
So now you have 3 objectives. Maybe 4 objectives. The 4th one being buy all the candy you can, but three questline objectives.
Buy those things till you tell us there isn't any more of them.
You think people would like walking around the circus more? I feel like most of the jobs people want is us taking somewhere and putting it somewhere else. It's like they're all scared to go outside.
Maybe they're not allowed to leave their
Well, I get not wanting to get robbed. There's a lot of really nice stuff in here.
It's probably more than that. It's probably more along the lines of like maybe they're being forced to work here. You know what I mean? Like we can't leave. We're just fucking guests.
There's a conspiracy.
I'm just pointing out some obvious happenings. I'm not.
Well, I mean,
a little bit of brain up here.
I can't afford another oopsie, so we need to go give this to me as soon as possible.
I agree. That's
But we're also like a block from Lock, right? We should probably go to the Lost and Found.
Yeah, you're pretty close to Lock.
We also get tickets for going back to Lock and telling them that we delivered the thing, so.
That is true.
Lock we go. On to more oopsies.
Okay. 10.
Does somebody want Vivien's chocolate that she has before we leave? She'll offer it to anybody.
I'm just picturing Kreg snatching it up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, I'm done looking at this now.
As you guys are walking back towards Lock, can everyone roll me a perception, please? And I'll also roll one for Mathew.
My eyes are still on the boat.
Mm-hmm. Callimar, you're the only one who notices. As you're walking, kind of outside of the food court a little bit, a little halfway between the food court, halfway between Lock's Lost and Found, you see there's a small section, kind of like a alleyway almost, of the Revelia, kind of between 2 tents. There is a table. It's just like a table with a bunch of items on it, and kind of hammered into the ground is a sign that reads "Souvenir Shop." And you can see a hunched figure behind this table, kind of waiting. You're not sure if it's for you or if it's for other customers, but there is this figure, hunched over, just sitting behind this table of odds and ends.
This is kind of random and off topic, but I just now noticed I like that your little profile thing down there is still Big Bear.
Thank you.
If you're watching this and you aren't watching the other campaign we're playing, also you should watch that too.
#ad. Go watch Starfinder. Fly for your die.
Shameless plug here.
But yes, Callimar, you're the only one who spies this through the crowds of people. This hunched over figure at a table that reads souvenir shop.
Callimar kind of stops and then looks in that direction. It's like, ooh, souvenir shop. Do we want to stop or do we want to like circle back?
What are the...
Craig could be convinced to stop to look at souvenirs.
How about Fiammetta and Vivien?
Fiammetta, huh? Oh, yes. Sorry, this boat is really well made.
Yeah.
Alright, so Callimar, are you leading the group to the little souvenir shop?
Yes, I will lead the way to the souvenirs.
Okay. As you walk up towards this table, you all now see this slightly hunched figure at the small table covered in what looks to be wind-up toys. They look up at you, and the hood that they're wearing slips back, revealing a multi-faced head. They are quite literally barrel-chested, as their torso is made of a barrel covered in small drawers. Their wood and metal body is painted in purple and gold. Their face is made of rotating masks, some wood, others metal, and one made of candy wrappers. Each face displays a different expression. The toy maker rotates between the faces quickly until they settle on a mask of beaten copper, fashioned into a grin that seems appropriate for the Revelia. The toy maker ducks their head in a bow, and their four mechanical arms rearrange the items on the tabletop before they start signing. And this small marionette next to it begins to interpret. The marionette begins to interpret and says, welcome to the Revelia. I am the toy maker, and this is my assistant and interpreter, Stefano. Please peruse at your leisure. And I will show you the toy maker and Stefano right here.
I actually really like this. This looks really nice.
That's
I
really
like
cute.
that. Yeah. Toy maker's cool AF.
And there are various objects on the table for you to peruse. There's a stuffed amalgamation, so the cross breeds that you saw in the petting zoo, there are stuffed versions of them. There are paper masks that resemble Heckna's own masks. There are collectible memorabilia, some plates, mugs, bowls, and other commemorative items. There are t-shirts. There's something called a cardboard box with red lettering that says "Grow Your Own Schnozzling Kit." And there are little action figures that are labeled Myrmidon action figure and Snout action figure. One of them seems to be an action figure of this large, just red clown nose, and the other seems to be an action figure of a large bug-like creature.
Greg doesn't know what a snozzling is, but he is interested in growing one.
As you look at the box, there is a price tag on it that says 8 tickets.
I will put it back down quickly.
How about the others?
Well, we'll be back soon, right?
For a snozzling, you're dang right.
And yeah, since we know it's here, we can always come back.
Putting that down in my notes, just snozzling.
Mrs. Toymaker, what's your best seller?
You see one of the mechanical arms go up to the chin of the mask as he begins signing, and the little marionette Stefano says, "Well, our t-shirts sell like hotcakes, and these stuffed amalgamations can't go wrong either. They're all new, might I add. New and ready to be sold, with no refunds."
Is the t-shirt just a branded t-shirt?
It is a red t-shirt that has a sad clown on it that reads, "I went to the Revelia and all I got was poisoned." And it has a price tag of 4 red tickets.
Fiammetta is very tempted to buy the t-shirt now.
Up to you.
What's your favorite creation, Mr. Toymaker?
He signs, and Stefano pipes up again and says, "Well, the memorabilia are pretty fun to put together. I do like the paper masks. They remind me of my own. My favorite piece of souvenir is whatever yours is."
Okay, but as a creator, which one do you have the most fun making? And then I'm gonna manifest read thoughts.
Oh, what does that do?
I can read its surface thoughts.
Okay.
I rolled a 1. That sucks.
Ooh, what does that do for you?
I get a strain. This is the first time I've actually gained any strain because I keep rolling really high.
And what's that? Just like a headache?
So strain effects. I have to pick. Let's do this one. I have disadvantage on strength and dexterity checks until I sleep.
Okay. So, choose a creature within range that you can see for the duration. You learn the surface thoughts of that creature, what is most on their mind in that moment. Okay, interesting.
So if they're being coy and trying to sell me something, I instead think I see what they first think of.
Mm-hmm. So, the very interesting thing is, as you get the surface thoughts, what is most immediately on the mind of the toy maker isn't their favorite toy or their favorite creation. The most immediate thought that you get is, how can I sell the idea of being allies with them?
Okay, and I want to hear what they respond before I say anything.
They respond with a They start signing again, and Stefano answers what is the one creation you're proud of? And Stefano answers that it is himself, Stefano. And then do with that what you will. Is there anything that Vivien or Callimar might look over? Or are you all waiting for Fiammetta?
I deeply
Vivien
apologize. My
already
kid just fell. I will be back.
You're okay.
So Callimar's kind of like looking at the stuff more as like a polite, like perusing.
Mm-hmm. Anything from Vivien?
No, she'll just kind of be looking around, not too interested in nothing there.
More
Fair
focused
enough.
on her fish.
Yeah, more focused on the little fish in the orb. All right, fair enough.
Still
What do you
tapping
think
on
of
the
this thing,
glass.
little fishy?
While we wait for Austin and Fiammetta to be ready to continue, not knowing how long that will be, we'll just we're gonna take a little break and then be back when they are back and ready. So we're gonna take a little break here, see what happens next. Okay, we are back from our little breaky break. Fiammetta, you read the surface thoughts, you got what information you got, and the Toymaker responded that the little marionette that is speaking to you for the Toymaker, named Stefano, is his most prized creation.
Stefan, aren't you the cutest thing?
He kind of like does a little bow and nods his head.
So, Mr. Toymaker, what do you do for fun? Do you only just sell things?
He begins signing to Stefano, who responds with, "Well, my skill lies in the whirring of cogs and the mechanics of machinery. Most of the Revelia here runs on my creations. I create, and I sell, and I enjoy it."
Do most people know that? We're new here. It just seems like you're kind of just off to the side. If you run most of it, you should be credited for it, right?
Begins signing once more, and Stefano responds with, "Well, all is under Heckna's orders, of course. What I may run is Heckna's creations."
Is he still like plastered on the happy face the whole time?
Yeah, that same. It's safe to assume this is the marketable face.
Yeah. Well, we've been doing a bunch of go get 'em quests for people. Do you have anything little Stefano's legs are a little too short to reach? Anything done?
He takes a moment before signing something to Stefano. And Stefano kind of... I'm gonna change the music for this. Stefano kind of gets into this dramatic pose and begins recanting as he says, I've seen so many like you. Desperate and hopeful, full of ideas on how to leave. And you catch this probably not a direct response to what you've asked, but more of a pre-planned thing.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a single one of them succeed. Just forget it. And he kind of like, Stefano puts his hand on his forehead like he's fainting. You'll give yourself over to Heckna sooner or later. But, and Stefano kind of pipes up with a finger, before you're lost, just like you said, there is something I'll pay you to do.
And that is...
Signs, Stefano watches and responds back. But not before the toy maker presents a little token in its hand towards Stefano, who grabs it and then hands it to you. This token needs to be delivered to a certain someone. That certain someone is Pinky. And you have all met Pinky before. She was the jester who wheeled up to you on the unicycle and who gave you Mathew at the very beginning. I can give you 25 tickets to hand her the token and report back anything she says. If you agree, talk to Locke once the token has been delivered to Pinky. He has a way to contact me instantly, and I will know the task has been accomplished.
That doesn't sound too hard. What's the token look like?
It is a small metal disc with an odd-looking symbol scratched into it.
Kind of like a rune or a shape?
Yeah, kind of like a rune, almost.
Well, Mr. Toymaker, consider us your allies in this little quest, little adventure.
Both him and Stefano simultaneously kind of bow their heads towards you.
Would we know where Pinky hangs out?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I'll bid him farewell, and I guess we'll continue off to Locke unless anyone wants to buy a souvenir.
Unless anyone's changed their minds, I think the answer was no souvenirs.
Well, I was just gonna suggest that, maybe we could ask the toy maker if he has, like, some of an idea of where Pinky might be.
Yeah, that'd be a good lead.
Do you ask the toy maker, Callimar?
Yes, I will ask him.
Okay. He signs and Stefano replies, Well, Pinky can usually be anywhere in the Jamboree, but you can most likely find her near the ticketing booth.
Where's that on the map?
That is directly when you entered.
Oh, okay. And Lock is pretty close to the entrance, right?
Lock is in terms of this map, Lock is the closest quote unquote quest to you.
Right. Which side of the Revelia are we on?
You guys are on the right side.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll continue on our way and we'll find Pinky when we find her.
Okay. As you guys are walking the Revelia back towards Locke's Lost and Found, can all of you give me a, let's see here. Can all of you give me a, actually, what's everyone's passive perception? I don't need anything, I just need your passive perception.
13.
Mine's 16.
How about Vivien and Kreg?
Where's that at?
Passive perception is right underneath your skills. It says passive wisdom perception.
Oh, I see. 10.
12.
Alright. So, Callimar, once again, you're the only one who notices. You see what looks to be a child wearing a Halloween mask and like a cape. A rather rotund-looking child. Seemingly... let me see something here. I need to see something. You see them jump up towards the flying Fiammetta, who doesn't notice it, grab the decanter of water, and begin running off.
I will follow after the child.
Do you say anything, or do you just start running after the kid?
He'll probably be like, "Get back here, thief!" And then follow.
Okay, so you all hear "Get back here, thief" as Callimar starts taking off. Which you all, I will say, all of your attention can be snapped towards this little child running through the crowds, clutching something in their hands.
DM, do I have... It says I use an action. Oh, and I have to remove the stopper. I was going to see if I could just shout geyser at it and make it explode in their hands. But no. Fiammetta would not just like stand there gawking. She very madly fly after it.
Okay. Everyone, actually, Callimar and Fiammetta. I mean, I imagine the other two are sprinting after as well. But can both of you give me either an athletics or acrobatics to catch up? And I'm gonna roll one for myself as well to see if you can get it.
I would pick up Vivien and have Vivien like on my shoulders as I was running.
Okay.
As I begin to sprint after it, I'd like to manifest awe, terrify at the creature and try to scare it.
Ooh, okay.
Unless it's immune.
1 second. I need to do something real quick. I need to find something. I lost it. Here we go. What is that? That is a wisdom save.
It is a wisdom save.
Wisdom
DC
save.
15.
DC 15, you say? You make a you create a psionic energy to one creature you can see within range, taking on a terrifying visage in their mind for that duration. Terrifying. The target sees you in a nightmarish form, must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, or become frightened of you for the duration. So you do see them start quaking in their boots as they're running. And you are able to catch...
It doesn't slow them down, but...
Okay, you are able to catch up to them, so I'm going to set up a map real quick.
I imagine it like the fear gas effect in the Dark Knight.
Ooh, yes.
Where Fiammetta is still her like, eh! But all of a sudden it's way deeper voice and dripping blood.
Yes. So as you guys, I'm going to set you up on a little map here. As I said, you guys are kind of ahead. And as you kind of round a corner towards this child, you see halfway between you and them, kind of coming out from behind two other tents, are two other of these children, as if they were waiting in ambush, almost waiting in preparation for the stolen item to be delivered. I just need to set something before I change maps, as we will have an initiative in a second here. As I change the music to volatile reaction, and I bring you all to this map as you are fighting the children of the candy corn. What the crap? Okay, my tokens are being so weird. So that one's there. Let me bring up the initiative, and you guys can all roll initiative.
Nice. My jug.
And this is the one currently holding... Why is it spawning in two? That is so weird. Let me roll for the children of the candy corn. I don't know why my tokens are broken. This is so weird. So the scared one got a 5. Okay, I need to refresh or something. They're not even on the map. What's happening? My tokens are all broken. I'm so confused. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. I think he was like here. Okay. This guy got a 5. Here we go. Just copy. This one was like right here. I think I had this one right here. This guy had a 14. And this guy had a 20. Fiammetta, you are up first.
Stupid thieves. She's gonna manifest her Its name is so dorky. Flame on, and out of her little staff lamp, going to flick a little piece of that flame at the closest one.
Okay.
A ranged power attack of a 15 to hit.
That hits.
The 7 fire damage.
7 fire damage. Okay. Anything else?
She's just gonna raise into the air a bit, see if there's any more hiding around.
Give me a perception.
So, sure.
As you
21.
rise up and begin looking at the the surroundings, just imagine there are circus tents in between this battle map.
Yeah.
You do not see any others lying in wait. It seems it was just this tricky trio.
Okay. But she stops about 15, 20 feet above Callimar's head.
Okay. This child of the candy corn is going to rush in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And Callimar, it's going to go for your shins. Does a 22 hit you?
Unfortunately.
Okay. You are going to take 9 points of bludgeoning damage as they go for your shins.
Oof. As a Callimar's not looking so good.
And it is your turn.
Alright. I'll put my damage on my sheet too. Let's see. I don't have any cool stuff. Just looking at my spells, and I'm like, I don't really have much of anything. I guess the one that came at me, I'm just gonna stab it with my dagger
Okay.
for that. There you go.
That will hit for 3 points of piercing.
Yay! Let's see if I have what I can do for bonus action. No, I think I'll hold off on heal. No, screw it. I'll go ahead on bonus action healing word myself.
All right. Hey, that's a lot of healing.
Hey, more than I needed.
Alrighty. And that's your turn?
That is.
Alright. This Children of the Candy Corn is going to spend its entire turn moving. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 right there. Kreg, you're up. What you doing?
I'm going to move my. So it's 5. Is there an additional penalty for moving diagonals if I got 5? 10,
Nope.
15, 20, 25, 30.
No penalties.
So I can go there for my 30.
Yep.
All right, I will do that. And then I will take a swing at this child of the corn.
All
In
right.
front of me.
A 5 will unfortunately miss.
Mm-hmm. And that's all I got, so that's it.
Okay. How long does your terrifying power work for, Fiammetta?
I was muted. At the end of each of its turns, it gets to make another save. So depending on how long we were chasing it, it might get a certain amount of saves. And then I believe it lasts a minute.
Okay, so it can't get closer to you, so it's going to 5, 10, 15 back here and let its other children do the work, and it will get another wisdom save. Because that will be its turn. That's a 3. Vivien, you're up.
Vivien will run up to however close she needs to be in order to throw Ice Knife.
Alright, who do you want to target?
Not the closest one standing to Kreg, but this other one standing up here.
This one?
Yes.
All
I
right.
don't remember how to.
Cast your ice knife. All right. So DC. Let me do that. So DC major range spell attack against the target on a hit. The target takes 1d12 piercing damage. On a miss, the shard explodes. All right. Let me roll a d20 plus 4. So that will
15?
That will hit, so it will take the 2 piercing damage. And then the shard explodes and it has to make a dexterity saving throw or take the cold damage. They do have good dex. They do not take the cold damage.
That's all I got.
Alright, Fiammetta.
I will be right back. My next turn, I'm just gonna move and swing the sword if I have to, or swing the sword if I'm not back.
Understood.
Fiammetta from the skies will see Callimar grabbing their shin and healing themselves, and say, "Don't worry, you're strong. Go get him!" And I will awe-inspire him.
Ooh.
And he will gain 5 temporary hit points every turn.
Ooh. Callimar, at the start of your next turn, you'll get 5 temporary hit points.
Shit.
Some cool stuff.
And I gain 2 more strength. Let's do those. So now I am disadvantaged on wisdom and charisma checks as well as strength and dex checks.
Oh my gosh.
Fiammetta looks tired, but she's still up there.
Alright, is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay. This children of the candy corn is going to try and is actually going to try and grab Kreg. Let me look at Craig's armor class. It's going to try and latch on, which misses. So it goes to try and grab Craig's leg, but Kreg is able to kind of kick it off. Going to Callimar.
Alright. I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery on this one over here, but also, like, I couldn't think of a witty insult, so just pretend that he said something and it was cool.
Okay, understood. So wisdom saving throw. A 7. So 3 psychic damage and disadvantage on its next attack.
Yay! And that is all.
Alrighty. This child of the candy corn is going to flank Kreg and try and grab on as well with advantage. Nope. Kreg is able to kick this one off as well. And it's Craig's turn, assuming Craig's not back. Just swinging the sword. So I will roll for Kreg. Kreg will swing the sword at the one in front of him. One-handed, which will hit. And deal 2 slashing damage. This child of the candy corn is going to stay where it is, and wisdom save to not be feared. It is no longer feared, but that is its turn. And Vivien, your turn.
I'm gonna cast this on my staff.
Alright, as a
as
bonus action.
Yes. And then I'm gonna come up to this candy person, or candy kid right here.
And smack it with your club or quarterstaff.
Yes.
That will hit. So instead of so you can use your spellcasting ability instead of strength for the attack and damage. So that is a 1d8 plus 4. So roll a d8 plus 4.
$11.
So 11 points of damage. Alright, you are able to run up and bonk it right on its head. Fiammetta.
So unless I want to risk dying, I am done casting fancy spells. More flame-ons.
Which one?
Which one looks more... Which one is holding my jug? That is the one she's aiming at.
This one.
Okay. She'll fly over the group and fly a bit around it and chuck it at its head.
Okay.
With a 9 to hit.
That will miss.
Woof.
Anything else?
She is, yeah, she is just cursing random phrases in Sylvan at him. Just, she sounds feral. She doesn't like being robbed.
Love it. Alright. This child of the candy corn again is going to try and grab Kreg at advantage. Which will hit, and Kreg is now grappled, and the child may immediately use a bonus action to make a force feed attack.
Huh?
Oh yes. So it's still an attack. It does have advantage because of pack tactics. And it's gonna grab a handful of candy out of its pocket and try and stuff it down Craig's mouth. Which hits. So, you guys see this child of the candy corn grab a handful of candy and just stuff it into Craig's mouth and forces him to eat it. And Kreg begins to immediately start choking and struggling to breathe. At the start
Probably
of
willing participant on the force feeding of candy.
at the end of each of your turns, Kreg, you're going to take poison damage. To end the effect, you can use an action to attempt a Constitution check to spit up the candy, or someone else can attempt a medicine check to cause you to cough it up. So you're not going to take any damage yet.
Okay.
Callimar, you see this little child in this Halloween mask grab Kreg and force candy into his mouth as he begins to choke and cough.
Strong child.
Let's see. I'm gonna do a thing.
Okay.
So on the one that's force feeding Kreg the candy, I would like to cast Dissonant Whispers on it.
Okay. Wisdom save. 2. So 4 psychic damage. And it has to use its full movement to run away 5, 10. Which means, Callimar, Kreg, both of you get an opportunity attack if you so wish.
Yes.
Yeah.
As it lets go of you. There's no disadvantage to you swinging despite the choking of candy.
Yeah.
Both of you miss.
Oh, sad.
Anything else, Callimar?
Nope, that's all I got.
Okay, this child of the candy corn is going to take the opportunity to try and go for Kreg's shins.
I got strong shins.
23.
Not that not that strong.
4 points of bludgeoning damage. And it is your turn. You can use a constitution check, a constitution save to spit up the candy, or you can see how much the damage does and keep fighting. Your choice.
I'll try to spit it up right away.
Alright, roll your constitution.
Knowing Craig's obsession with candy, would he just try to swallow it?
Yeah, instead of spitting it up, you just force yourself to swallow it.
So that probably is a more realistic thing. Yeah, let's swing the sword at it. Let's stick to character. Good.
A 5
Rolling
misses.
Rolling really
It's
bad.
candy. It has to be good.
Yeah, it has to be good.
Anything else?
No.
Okay, at the end of your turn, you're gonna take 8 points of poison damage. Which, now that your taste buds
fine.
come into check, this is rancid candy. This is candy gone bad. This child of the candy corn is gonna run right here and try and get behind everyone. This is the one that is still holding the decanter. It has now shoved it into its pockets and is trying to run around everyone through the commotion. Vivien, you're up.
Oh, sorry. Vivien's gonna Vivien will throw an ice knife at the one trying to run away.
The one behind you or the one in front?
Behind. The one
Okay.
like, with the jug running.
Alright, roll a d20 plus 4 again. And I'll roll a dexterity saving throw.
6.
So that does not hit, so it won't take the piercing damage, but maybe it'll take the cold damage. It does not. It completely avoids your Ice Knight. Fiammetta.
Screaming more obscenities is gonna fly down 20 feet and 10 feet over to try to cut it off.
Okay.
I don't think I can fully reach, but is gonna try to smack it in the back of its head with her flaming staff using a melee version of her flame one with a 10 to hit.
That misses.
She's still screaming obscenities.
These rolls, man. This child of the candy corn is just going to spend its full turn to run here. Callimar.
I think I'm just gonna go over a little bit, and so I could stab that child of the candy corn.
Okay. No.
Sad. I failed miserably.
Who would have thought kids are so hard to stab? Sorry.
This child of the candy corn is going to try and go for Craig's. Actually, going to try and go for Vivien's shins.
Those are harder to hit. There's less of them.
That's a 21. Vivien, you're going to take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. Kreg, you're up.
I'm going to start like shoving my fingers down my throat, trying to get myself to throw up.
Alright, give me the Constitution. You are able to spit up the candy, but that is your action to do so.
Can I use my action surge? A little action. Fucking words. Action surge.
Yeah.
I will use that, and then I will swing my sword at the little shit in front of me.
Okay.
Fuck!
Nope.
And that's it.
Alright. This child of the candy corn is going to try and go for Fiammetta's tiny little shins. For a 21.
I dare you.
Oh, my
Yes.
tiny shins!
4 points of bludgeoning. And Vivien, you're up.
I'm gonna heal myself.
Okay.
Wait, did it hit me or Vivien? Because it was next to me.
Yeah, I think I said Fiammetta.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, so heal yourself 4 hit points, Vivien. Yeah, no, you're still good. It hit Fiammetta.
Okay, I gotta make a con save
Sorry.
for the... Okay, we're fine. You're still gaining 5 temporary hit points a turn, Callimar, by the way. So you don't forget it. I don't know if you've been hit yet, though. But yes, Vivien, it's your turn.
Alright, sorry, I guess I wasn't paying attention with that.
We
she's
both have
gonna
little
swing at
shins.
Yeah, I heard little shins and assumed it was me. She's gonna swing at the one right in front of her, the one next to Kreg as well.
Okay.
And then I'll roll a d8.
Quarterstaff, that does hit. Yeah, so roll a d8 plus 4.
Hey.
12 damage, alright. This one's looking hurting. This one's looking pretty hurt. Fiammetta.
It didn't try to run. I'm gonna smack it.
Okay.
Melee smack.
Nope.
9. It's so fast.
That's insane. Anything else?
It's gonna have big pockets. This jug's like 2 feet long. Can I see? Is it like sticking out anywhere?
Yeah, it's definitely like jammed into one of their pockets. It's visible.
I'm gonna try to go around it and make it so if it's gonna run, it has to run back towards my party or run past me.
Alright, understood. This child of the candy corn's gonna try and go for Callimar's shins for a 7 and fail. Callimar, you're up.
Woo. Let's see.
I'm sorry. I'll be right back again. You know the thing, attack you on my turn.
I think. No, I'm just gonna stab it. Just stab the one in front of me.
That hits
Yay!
for 2 piercing. All right. Anything else?
So how is my friend Kreg looking over there? Is he looking really hurt?
Craig's looking pretty hurt.
Craig's looking pretty hurt. I think I save spell slot. I'm gonna. Oh yeah, because I got a big bonus action. I'm seeing if this one is touch or if the other one's okay. Cure Wounds is touch. I always get them mixed up.
Yeah, Healing Word is the ranged one.
Yeah, okay. Let me Healing Word on Kreg.
All right, 9 healing to Kreg.
That is all the things I can do.
All right, this child of the candy corn is going to use its action to disengage, and then use its bonus action to try and hide around the corner. Okay. So, despite trying to hide, anyone who's paying attention sees this child of the candy corn run around like the corner of a tent and try and like bundle itself up and hide, but you can very clearly still see it. Kreg, go here and try and smack. And hit for 7. This one is looking rough as well. I'm gonna roll something for this child of the candy corn, the one who stole the object. Fiammetta, you see the child of the candy corn look at the one who starts running away, looks at the one that the others are currently beating up, and it shouts something that you don't understand. It's kind of like a mix of common, like, garbled together, and it grabs the decanter out of its pack, drops it on the ground, and then disengages to run away from you.
Okay.
And then also tries to hide very poorly. So you can see both of these children of the candy corn doing their poorest attempt to hide. Vivien.
I don't know if she wants to attack one of the ones that are hiding or not. She'll probably just run around and whack this one.
Alright. That'll hit. D8.
9.
9 points of damage. This one is looking very, very rough. Fiammetta.
She will scoop up her decanter, look at the one who stole it, blow a raspberry at it, and open the lid and shout geyser, and try to use it on the thing that, as it was trying to hide.
Okay. I need to look up the decanter again.
I will post it. So I announce a geyser, and it's a 30-foot long, 1-foot wide geyser of water that has to make a strike save or take bludgeoning damage and fall over.
Okay. Strength save. That's a 12.
So it takes 3 bludgeoning damage and is knocked
And
on its ass.
I'm gonna say for flavor and for fun, this isn't gonna be the case with every time you use it, but I'm gonna say because it's funny here. As you say geyser, and it shoots out this geyser of water and this blast that washes away the child of the candy corn. It knocks him on his ass and washes him further into like the actual streets of the Revelia. And you see him just covered in water, surrounded by people looking at him, and he is off map.
I need to use this more often. But that is my action and bonus action, so I'm...
Alright, this one will also disengage.
She does, like, turn with the eyes of, who's next?
This other one will disengage and try and hide. Hiding very poorly. They do all seem to be running away from you all. If you decide to keep chase, let me know. Otherwise, they do run away. Callimar. Are you gonna keep chase?
I guess since like they're running away, he's just gonna kind of look to, the party and be like, "Are we gonna keep going after them, or?"
I don't feel like killing kids.
That's fair.
Back
We
knife
got the water
thieves!
jug back. They probably learned their lesson.
Is Fiammetta keeping chase?
Not wanting to run away from the party, she's gonna keep lobbing fireballs at people, but is otherwise just yelling obscenities in all directions because she doesn't know who to chase.
Okay, roll me. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna end combat, but roll me two attacks. Roll me 2 fireballs,
Okay.
and I'm gonna roll.
Where were those rolls a while ago?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll 2 D100. So 67. As you're kind of just wildly slinging flame-ons, as you're just kind of wildly slinging fire. The first one that you throw, a Revelia enjoyer with a head of with a bundle of cotton candy. Well, suddenly the cotton candy's no more, as it is suddenly ignited and bursts into flames. And the second one slams and lands on a nearby tent that a bunch of people run and like start kicking to try and put out. As you kind of all
Seeing the tent on fire. So, I'm gonna
yeah.
flames master and all the fire gets sucked into the lamp. Sorry.
As you snuff the flames and everyone else is kind of licking their wounds, you guys are close enough now to see, after this chase, you do see Locks lost and found. Which, would everyone give me a perception, assuming you're walking over? Callimar with perceptions. Both Callimar and Fiammetta, both of you guys see as you're, kind of rubbing your wounds and heading towards Locks. You see the 3 children of the candy corn are seemingly doing the same thing. They are reeling from their wounds, like rubbing their butts. The one who got geysered is rubbing his ass. From the pain of falling down. Callimar and Fiammetta, as you see them kind of licking their wounds and walking towards Locks, you do notice that they are all wearing masks, but they're definitely not children as you know them. They definitely have protruding, sharp, monstrous teeth from behind the mouth of their masks. They're definitely monsters. And you see that through the trio of little monstrous children walk towards like a side door as Locke opens it and lets them inside. What do you do?
Locke lets them in.
Yep.
Fiammetta is shooting daggers at the door to Locke's and wait, you think he knew? He's trying to get back at us? To steal from me?
Do you point it out to the others?
Yes.
Okay, so Vivien and Kreg, you get pointed out that the trio of children of the candy corn are led into Locke's building, or stall. As Fiammetta is grumbling, wondering if he knew.
I think Locke hired him to rob me.
Maybe.
Very targeted attack.
Are you guys gonna walk up towards Locke's, or are you trying to figure out what to do? Are you planning, or are you walking?
Fiammetta's gonna trudge straight at Locke without
Okay.
intervention.
So as you see Locke come back to the front of the stall, you begin making your way there, determined. We are going to see what happens next time on Heckna.
Ooh.
I will say, you guys will level up to level 3. At the end of all of that, multiple quests at the ready, a fight completed, a so-called friendly face to interrogate and question. We'll see what happens with that next time on Heckna. So yes, level up. We'll have level 3 characters ready for our next session, and we'll see what happens next.